What happens when the goddess of wisdom meets her match in vanity? Today we're diving into one of the most intriguing and lesser-known tales from Greek mythology, where Athena, the brilliant goddess of wisdom and warfare, faces an unexpected moment of divine embarrassment that changes music forever. In ancient Greece, music wasn't just entertainment, it was divine communication, a bridge between mortals and gods. The Greeks believed that musical instruments possessed magical powers, capable of healing souls, inspiring warriors, and even controlling nature itself. Every note played carried the breath of the gods. Every melody echoed through Mount Olympus. At the heart of our story stands Athena, one of the most revered deities in the Greek pantheon. Born fully grown from Zeus's head, she embodies wisdom, strategic warfare, and craftsmanship. Unlike other gods who often succumb to passion and impulse, Athena represents calculated intelligence and rational thought. She's the patron goddess of Athens, inventor of countless useful arts, and advisor to heroes. Her symbols include the owl, representing wisdom, and the olive tree, symbolizing peace and prosperity. But Athena has a complex relationship with beauty and vanity. While not traditionally considered the most beautiful goddess, she takes immense pride in her dignified appearance and composed demeanor. She's always portrayed as regal, controlled, and perfectly presented. This attention to her image becomes crucial to our tale. On the other side of this divine drama stands Apollo, the golden god of music, poetry, prophecy, and the sun. If Athena represents wisdom and strategy, Apollo embodies artistic brilliance and divine beauty. He's the ultimate musician among the gods, master of the lyre, and leader of the 9 muses. Apollo is also known for his wit, his competitive nature, and his ability to see opportunities others might miss. The relationship between these two powerful deities is complex. They respect each other's domains, but occasionally clash when their spheres of influence overlap. Apollo appreciates Athena's wisdom, while she acknowledges his artistic supremacy. However, both possess strong personalities, and neither likes to be outdone. Our story begins with Athena in her workshop on Mount Olympus, surrounded by the tools of creation. Her brilliant mind is always working, always inventing, always seeking to improve the world through clever innovation. On this particular day, she's contemplating the realm of music, traditionally Apollo's domain. Athena observes how mortals and gods alike are limited to stringed instruments like the lyre and simple percussion. She envisions something different. Something that could produce more complex melodies and richer harmonies. Her inventive spirit ignites, and she begins to craft something entirely new. Working with divine precision, Athena creates the aulos, what we might call a double flute. This isn't a simple wooden pipe, but a sophisticated instrument with multiple holes and 2 connected tubes. The aulos requires the player to blow air through both tubes simultaneously, creating a unique, haunting sound unlike anything heard before. The goddess tests her creation, and the music that emerges is extraordinary. The aulos produces rich, complex melodies that seem to capture the very essence of divine emotion. The sound resonates through the heavens, drawing the attention of other gods and goddesses who marvel at this musical innovation. Athena is delighted with her invention. She practices diligently, mastering the intricate fingering and breathing techniques required to play the aulos effectively. The music she creates is so beautiful that flowers bloom in her presence, and even the usually stoic goddess finds herself moved by the melodies flowing from her creation. Word of Athena's musical innovation spreads quickly through Mount Olympus. The gods are impressed by both the ingenuity of the instrument and the goddess's rapidly developing skill. For once, someone has created something in Apollo's domain that rivals his own musical achievements. Apollo, initially curious about Athena's invention, comes to listen to her play. He's genuinely impressed by the aulos and acknowledges its innovative design. However, as he watches Athena play, something catches his attention that the focused goddess hasn't noticed. The aulos requires intense breath control and sustained blowing to produce its beautiful sounds. As Athena plays with increasing passion and concentration, her cheeks puff out dramatically to accommodate the air pressure needed. Her usually composed and dignified face becomes distorted, her cheeks bulging like a chipmunk storing nuts for winter. Apollo, with his keen eye for detail and his sometimes mischievous nature, realizes that Athena is completely unaware of how she looks while playing. The goddess of wisdom, so concerned with maintaining her dignified appearance, has no idea that her new musical passion makes her look rather ridiculous. Being Apollo, he can't resist the opportunity for a bit of divine mischief. With characteristic cleverness, he devises a plan to show Athena exactly how she appears while playing her beloved Aulos. Approaching Athena with apparent admiration for her musical skill, Apollo suggests they have a proper musical session together. He proposes bringing his lyre to accompany her Aulos, creating a divine duet that would showcase both their talents. Athena, pleased by his interest and eager to demonstrate her invention, readily agrees. But Apollo has prepared a surprise. As they begin to play together, he subtly positions a polished bronze mirror where Athena can see her reflection while she plays. The mirror, crafted with divine perfection, shows every detail with crystal clarity. As Athena becomes absorbed in the music, playing with increasing intensity and passion, she suddenly catches sight of herself in Apollo's strategically placed mirror. The image that greets her is shocking. Her usually serene and composed face is completely transformed. Her cheeks are puffed out enormously, her expression distorted beyond recognition. The goddess of wisdom stops playing immediately, staring at her reflection in horror. This dignified deity, who prides herself on always appearing controlled and regal, sees herself looking absolutely ridiculous. Her cheeks are so inflated that she barely resembles herself. Apollo watches with barely contained amusement as realization dawns on Athena's face. She understands instantly that every time she's played her beloved Aulos, she's looked exactly like this. All her practice sessions, all her proud performances before the other gods, she's appeared utterly undignified. Athena's reaction is swift and decisive. In a moment of divine embarrassment and wounded pride, she hurls the Aulos away from her with such force that it flies far from Mount Olympus, landing in the mortal world below. She declares that she will never again play an instrument that makes her look so foolish. The Aulos, cast away by its creator, eventually finds its way to mortal musicians who recognize its extraordinary capabilities. They learn to play it despite the physical demands, and it becomes an important instrument in Greek music, particularly in religious ceremonies and theatrical performances. This myth reveals fascinating insights into the psychology of the Greek gods. Even Athena, the goddess of wisdom, is not immune to vanity and concern about her appearance. Her reaction shows that wisdom doesn't always overcome personal pride, and that even the most rational beings can make impulsive decisions when their self-image is threatened. The story also explores the relationship between art and appearance, asking whether the beauty of the music justifies an undignified appearance. Athena chooses dignity over artistic expression, suggesting that for her, how she appears matters more than the beautiful music she creates. Apollo's role in the story is equally revealing. While he could have simply told Athena about her appearance, he chooses a more dramatic and somewhat cruel method. This reflects his complex nature as both an appreciator of beauty and a god who enjoys demonstrating his cleverness, even at others' expense. The myth also serves as an origin story for the Aulos in human society. By having Athena discard it, the story explains how this divine instrument came to be played by mortals, carrying with it a piece of divine musical knowledge. This tale resonates with modern audiences because it touches on universal human experiences. We all face moments when we must choose between pursuing our passions and maintaining our desired self-image. Athena's dilemma reflects our own struggles with vanity, pride, and the fear of looking foolish while learning or creating. The story also highlights the importance of honest feedback, even when it's uncomfortable. Apollo's mirror trick, while mischievous, forces Athena to see herself as others see her. Sometimes we need external perspectives to understand how we truly appear to the world. Ultimately, this myth from ancient Greece continues to speak to us today because it reveals that even gods face very human struggles with pride, appearance, and the courage to pursue art despite potential embarrassment.